I reached out to you a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dude, because I was going through my Facebook message requests, and I never, ever, ever go there. Like it's basically like the spam for Facebook.
Right.
And so I went in there, and I had this message from somebody, and I was like, this doesn't look like spam, like the way it was written, because, there's a lot of bullshit, but it didn't look like spam. I opened it up, and I read it, and pretty much this person was like, hey,
Welcome to The Underthought. My name is Herman.
My name's Christian.
Follow us on social media at The Underthought. Check out our website at theunderthought.com. 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to yet another episode of The Underthought, episode 59. Dude, you know what that's like? That's like that game with the thing in your ear and you trying to talk, but it's replaying your sound. Like if you play the AirPods with the monitoring in at the same time.
It kind of worked for me, and it didn't. That was when I used to work at the antique store.
Oh my God, give me... Wait, what worked for you? You had...
So it was when...
that game?
It was when the antique store had two little... Like, it had a different storefront. Like, a couple of storefronts away.
The annex?
The annex. And then I was in charge of it. Barely anyone walked in there. So I was, like, free to do whatever I wanted.
I remember we used to come visit you.
Yeah, and so you would visit. All my friends used to come visit.
All two of them.
And I tried it with Tanner, the
game.
The game.
There was an app for it.
There was an
AirPods were like before the monitoring on AirPods. I forget what the app was called. Dude, it destroyed me. I couldn't do it.
I don't remember if I could.
I could not.
But it was funny. Yeah.
There's another game out that you have, and it plays white noise in your ears, and then you get a card. Someone gets a card and they say a sentence to you, like the dog runs down the road, and you have this static, and you just see me saying, and you have to try and repeat it without hearing yourself. It's actually a really fun game. Do you get the concept?
Oh.
Like the dog runs down the road. I'm saying that slowly to you, and you can't hear anything. You hear static.
And then what?
And then you have to try and say what I'm saying. It's like telephone, but you can't hear anything. Yeah, it's telephone, but you can't hear anything.
And then, because I've seen kind of like the version of like the piece of paper where you write down a sentence and then you pass it to the person right next to you, and then based on that sentence they have to draw a picture.
Is that Pictionary?
No, and then based on that picture you pass it down, and then someone has to write a sentence for that picture. So it's like telephone, and it's going back and forth between a picture and a phrase, and then you end up with something either completely different, or something very like true to what it was.
Any board game sponsors out there? We'd love to have you play some games on the podcast.
No, but that game already exists.
Yeah, but a sponsor, they'll give us the games for free. We'll play them on the podcast.
Just you and me.
Just you and I. Yeah, it'll be like, oh, dude, oh, that's a dinosaur. Oh, nice. Oh, that's a house. By the way,
speaking about, well, you said it. You said it first.
Did I really? I was just saying. In other news, I still have resting bitch face. I was looking at Sage the Band's last episode, and I was editing it, and we started rolling, and I cut this out because it was so bad. But I'm like this. Dude, I look like I want to kill people, and I don't mean that. If that comes across, I don't want to kill people. I'm not pissed off. I'm not depressed. I'm actually enjoying this very much so. So if it looks like that, I'm working on the resting bitch face.
Right.
Carry on.
On another news, I'm part of this group on Facebook. It's called UCF Housing, like off-campus housing. And like, just basically if you have a house.
This resting bitch face is real.
If you have like a house, or if you want to sublease one of your rooms, then you post on this Facebook group. Well, most people just post a picture of the room in the house and like a little paragraph explaining what the price is and all the amenities. Well, these group of people took it upon themselves to actually like record like some of the amenities and everything, and it actually came out to be.
It was creative.
I'll give
you 10 points for creativity for sure.
10 out of 10.
100.
10 out of 100.
No, yeah, it was definitely creative because dude, that's gonna cut. You shared it.
And it got shared a bunch of times. People were laughing
because it's different.
Right. And then people are like, ooh, I want to live in that atmosphere.
Yeah, exactly. Sure. With that person.
So if you're watching it and you created the video, we'd love to have you. Maybe we could talk and
Well, that's a 50-50 decision. 50% of us want you right now. The other 50 still has to vote. We have to take it to the board.
This is like Tosh.0 when like video breakdown or what was it? When like the invite.
Oh yeah. Web redemption.
Web redemption.
Yeah, web redemption. Yeah. We'll have you on for web redemption. The other 50% just voted, and yeah, we're down. So that's cool.
And then for the actual subject that we're going to be talking about today, we kind of hinted at it a couple episodes ago.
Monday.
But here's what happened. Christian reaches out to me and he's like, dude, you won't believe who just called me.
When are you talking about this recent time or months ago? Just recently you're talking about, right?
Months ago. What happened months ago?
Okay, so you're talking about the recent time. Good.
Yeah, why?
Cool. I didn't know if you're talking about like episode 3 shit or 2.
Oh, no.
Okay, gotcha. By the way, check out episode 3, episode 2, episode 1.
Should we do a quick recap?
No, they should go check it out.
Well, you can do a quick recap. Too long, didn't read, and then people who want the details can go back.
Yeah, TLDR.
So what happened?
Months ago? So TLDR months ago, I'm a product of artificial insemination. I made it a mission to find out who my dad was. Basically did it. He never answered me. I reached out to him, found his phone number, Facebook, all that sorts of stuff. Found out I had 4 other brothers and sisters, and reached out to only him. These are his biological kids from his marriage. So I didn't want to interrupt any of that. I just wanted to reach out to him, basically let him know, hey, I exist. I'm here. I'm not looking for money, connections, anything like that. Just want to say, hey, here's a picture of me. Done. So that's what I did. By the way, not only bless your soul. Not only did he not respond, he left it on read. He even has read receipts. Who has read receipts?
Read receipts or read receipts?
Let us know in the comments down below.
Yeah. Read or read?
Yeah, because it is like, oh, I read that.
Mm-hmm.
But you read something. Who knows? English doesn't make any sense. Any Hoosier. God, that sounded super lame.
You know when you ask Alexa, hey Alexa, what's the news today?
How many bitches can I fit in the Tesla? It's a song.
People ask that to Alexa?
No, it's a song.
Oh. Anyways, on the news today, it talked about artificial insemination.
What did it say?
And how it used to be that guys would like do their business in one room and immediately they would ejaculate in the test tube or whatever it was.
I wonder what the apparatus looks like because the cells have to stay alive. It's got to be like a vacuum sealed tube or something. It can't be a Dixie cup.
I don't know how it works, but it used to be like basically immediately that it would go from the room to the person.
Oh, like same day type
of thing.
Really?
But they were talking about how this was in NPR, I think, and it was the episode for today. And they were saying that back in the 80s with the HIV epidemic, they couldn't like test whether it was HIV positive or not like right away. So
the semen?
Yes.
Semen can carry HIV?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's like fluid.
Yeah.
It's
bodily fluid.
Bodily fluid with, I don't know, maybe like a little bit of blood. I don't know if, I'm so uninformed when it comes to that. Uneducated.
In detox, we had to do a little training on this on HIV, obviously because like needle use and stuff like that, and one of them was about breast milk. I forget if it was true or not, but I just thought that was interesting. I didn't mean
to it only transmitted through blood?
I don't know.
Or through bodily fluids?
I don't know. Let us know down in the comments below.
Yeah. But anyways, so then they started freezing it, and now you can't just do it like right away. It has to be tested before and after.
Quality control, basically.
Quality control, yeah.
Dude, and you know what's crazy?
Oh, and hold on, I'm sorry to interrupt.
No, you're good.
But before that, it's very unregulated right now. It's not regulated at all. And so people are like using the same sperm for like hundreds of other patients.
Right.
And kind of like that discussion is like, well, should we regulate this? What's like ethical, what's not?
Well, then you have inbreeding, things like that. If kids who get the same insemination donor,
and what we were talking about just recently too is how many people are gonna want to do it now with the advent of these DNA tests?
Yeah, it's because it's not anonymous.
It's not anonymous anymore
at all. It can't be.
It can't be anonymous anymore. So how many people are still gonna be able to do it? You know,
unless. I guess the only thing you could do is the donor just doesn't take the test. But if any of their family does,
Right.
you'll be able to reverse engineer it.
Exactly.
Now, another thing that's interesting I just thought about is what if somebody donates sperm, it's frozen for 100 years, the person's dead, and then they use it?
What about it?
That would be insane. You could populate the world based on, come on, let's be honest, the guy can ejaculate, who knows how many times a day. And it only takes one sperm to one swimmer for someone to get pregnant. You could take the sperm of a certain individual and you could basically breed an entire race forever based on one person.
Could you?
Why not?
I mean, I agree with you, but up until what point does inbreeding start happening? Like what you were just saying.
Well, it wouldn't be inbreeding. They'd all be getting the same sperm from the one person.
Yeah, but then...
Is that inbreeding?
No. But then in order for those kids to...
They would get their father's sperm. That's what you do with horses.
What?
Yeah. So a horse, you have the father and the mother. They have the baby. Then the father will impregnate the baby.
Right, okay.
Then they have a
but
kid.
Then
and then the grandfather does it.
It's but isn't it like different with animals?
I mean, we are animals. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a thought.
Like inbreeding, isn't it differently with animals?
No idea.
The fact that it's not as risky for them to...
No, I honestly have zero clue. No idea. But
wow, how ethical or unethical is that?
Dude, it's fucking weird.
With horses?
I always thought it was weird. Watch people be like, dude, that's not what you do. That's like just clearly what you guys did, and it's weird as fuck. No, but yeah, well, because you have a stallion. That's the point of having a stallion.
What's a stallion? Like
a horse with
definition?
Nuts.
Oh.
Yeah. Most of them are whatever, castrated or whatever the case is. Or you don't even really have... There are so many female horses. Like, those are mare. Oh, now I know not to stretch my leg out like that again.
Oh, that was you?
I went like that. Boom. And just kicked the thing right over. I was like, you know what? I'm pissed off. Sorry about that. I decided to kick the camera down. So that's what a mare is.
So that's the difference between
that's what a mare is. A mare and a stallion. So yeah, okay. The stallion is the male. The mare provides the male. A stallion provides the sperm. The mare carries the baby, and yeah, they'll breed with their kids. But a stallion, typically farms will have like one or two because dude, stallions are insane. Insane. They're so horny.
Really?
They're so sexually frustrated, dude, that they're like, yeah. They're very sexually frustrated. So you don't want a lot of them because they just start trying to take over, Dominant.
So you only want one stallion and like a bunch of mares.
Yeah, so we can just impregnate them all. Then they're all his kids. And also stallions are worth more. And if a stallion has good genetics, then people will pay more for the horse that he breeds. So if you have just him, you only need him. They want his seed. Most like people that are really into like horses. But anyways, I'm basically a horse.
I mean, they did.
Yeah.
I mean, what kind of questions do they look for? Like, what do they look like? What's the checklist?
No clue. All I knew is
ask your moms.
They don't know.
What do you
mean?
They don't know
what they had for
know?
Breakfast yesterday.
They don't know what they were looking for.
They're probably lying. Oh, here's what I know. My whole life I knew 6'2", blonde hair. Medical school.
Musician.
That's it.
He played the guitar or something.
Something like that, yeah. Now, shall we get into the tea?
Yes.
Still steeping. Whoosh. Anyways, so pretty much...
I thought he said still sleeping.
No, so pretty much, I reached out to you a couple weeks ago, and I was like, dude, because I was going through my Facebook... message requests, and I never ever go there. Like it's basically like the spam for Facebook,
right?
And so I went in there and I had this message from somebody, and I was like, this doesn't look like spam, like the way it was written, because there's a lot of bullshit, but it didn't look like spam. I opened it up and I read it, and pretty much this person was like, hey, I matched with you on Ancestry DNA, and it says we're half siblings. And I'm like, what the fuck? No way.
And how long ago had it been since You saw the message and she had sent it.
The day before. This was on a Wednesday.
Oh, wow.
She sent it on Tuesday. Serendipitous? Coincidence? I think not.
Mm-hmm.
So she reached out, and I was like, oh my God, no way. We got to talking. I went on Ancestry, found her, and went on her Facebook, looked at all her pictures and everything. It's like uncanny. Obviously, we're related. And basically, she tells me that it's not only her, but that she also has found 4 other donor siblings within pretty much the past 2 weeks. So she obviously got her results from 23andMe and Ancestry and found all these other people.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that makes 4 of the donor siblings,
Mm-hmm.
my sister, myself, and then 4 of my donor dad, his kids.
His kids.
So there are 10 of us. 10 of us. I have 9 brothers and sisters. And growing up, I thought I only had one sister. So my life, it's kind of complicated.
So what happened? So you guys started talking right away?
Yeah, so I was super intrigued. Like, I feel like I've always been more intrigued than my sister about this stuff. She's always been curious, but, you know, she has a family, shit like that. Mm-hmm. So I was kind of like always way more intrigued by it, which is why I'm the one who found our donor dad in the first place. So I talked to this sister. I'm not going to mention her name, but I talked to her. Sorry. Yeah, let me clarify. The newfound sister from Facebook.
Okay.
The one who reached out.
Give her a name.
Let's give her a name. Her name's going to be Sarah.
Sarah.
That's such an easy name.
Yeah.
So Sarah reaches out, is the one who reached out to me, that matched with me as a half sibling on Ancestry. Mm-hmm. So Sarah and I get to talking, etc. She tells me about the other siblings, and I tell her that, you know, I know who our dad is. And she's like, no way. Because none of the other siblings had been able to find him. I'm the first person to find him. So I sent her over the information, and she's like, oh my gosh, you know, freaking out, whatever. She looks like him too. Crazy.
And like you.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. So we're all clearly related. And then we FaceTime that same night for like 2 hours. Mm-hmm. I meet Sarah's mom. I meet her husband.
Husband or fiance?
Fiance, thank you. Wow, dude, you know more about my story than me. I meet her fiance on FaceTime. We're talking. They're super nice people, super awesome. Like, I'm so happy to have like connected with them. Mm-hmm. Now, I still haven't met the other 4. She said that she talks to them, you know, here and there. But I've been.
And why haven't you talked to them yet?
I don't know. I asked her if they would be interested, and she said she reached out. I don't know if maybe they just haven't responded. I don't know what their communication necessarily looks like. I don't know if they're on like.
Okay, so you asked her to ask them if they would be okay with reaching out to
like
you.
an introduction, you know?
Got it, yeah.
So I'm not just like reaching out kind of cold. I'd prefer it. Because, dude, it is such a weird thing meeting a sibling that's like your sibling, but they're a stranger at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like, you automatically trust them. Like, you care about them instantly. Mm-hmm. You like love them, but you don't even know who they are.
Right.
Dude, it's so weird. And like the whole time I was FaceTiming her, I felt like I was looking at myself, but in female form. Like Christian Steiner as a female.
Like one of those Snapchat filters.
Exactly.
That makes you look like the opposite sex.
But they're real. And I don't know.
She's real. She exists.
We're real. Yeah, so that was just something I was like, wow. It was so cool. And she said the same thing. She was like blown away, super happy.
And you said the personality was really like exactly the same.
Yeah. It was crazy.
What did she describe herself as?
Like too honest, like brutally honest.
Yeah, like brutally honest. Brutally honest. Like down to the point.
Yeah, down to the point. That gets her in trouble a lot. Like very outgoing in like a no filter kind of way. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was crazy. And what's even crazier is that she's in like medical, and none of her family's in medical, and our donor father is a doctor.
But you're not in medical either.
No.
Okay, well. But
I'm saying it's crazy that she is.
What is really crazy is the fact that her fiance.
Oh my God.
That's the craziest part, I think.
So her fiance works with one of donor dad's marital biological kids. Same workplace.
That is, and they didn't know it.
Nope. That's insane.
Insane.
Isn't that crazy?
That is really crazy.
Yeah.
And you know what else is kind of interesting? The fact that she's older than you.
Yeah.
And she had to wait so much longer to finally know who her dad is.
Yeah.
And you were able to do
not terribly long, like 4 years.
Is it 4?
4 years, yeah. It's just like me and my bio sis, or growing up sis. Yeah, she's 27, 28.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4 years. Can you imagine not knowing for another 4 years? Anyways?
Yeah. Well, no, I decided I was going to find out, and I just did it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. But she's always been way more curious, too.
Mm-hmm.
And always desired to,
and she's
find
she's
out.
An only child.
She has a brother, a half-brother. But it's not on the mother, or it's on the mother's side, obviously.
So
I'm not related to her brother.
But so she had him, like, with someone, or what? Or just with another donor, or what?
Oh, that's a great question.
Or you just don't know?
Or maybe it's a step. I don't remember. I have no idea. That's a great question.
Okay.
Oh no, it was because it was infertility on the male's side. That's what it was. It was just with another person. The mother was not infertile. It was the male that she was with was infertile. This is not a lesbian or gay relationship insemination child.
Mm-hmm.
It's a infertility situation.
Right.
So her father was just not fertile.
Right. But what about the kid? Was he like
from a different father?
So she was married before or something.
Just with together or something like that.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very interesting. And so, it's your sister, like the 4 new ones that you just found out is a girl,
2 girls,
guys.
2 boys.
Oh, two girls, 2 guys.
Yep.
So in total,
10 of us.
10 of you, and there's
6 donor kids that we know of.
Hold on.
So far.
How many girls are there?
3 girls, 3 boys.
No. In
total.
Like, out of the 10.
So 3.
I think there's like 6 and 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 4 and 6. Yep, exactly. 6 girls, 4 boys.
Wow, that's
that we know of.
Right. But so far, that's pretty even.
Yeah, very even.
Yeah.
Very much so. Dude, can you imagine if there's like
the guy gives the sex?
Is that really how it works?
Yeah.
Huh.
The Y chromosome.
Punnett squares.
What about it?
That just reminded me of that. Do you remember doing those Punnett squares?
Yeah,
Miss Giamalvo's class?
I didn't have that.
You didn't have Miss
I
Giamalvo?
didn't have her.
Oh.
I had Mr. Rodeo?
That sounds so familiar.
Yeah.
Huh.
That's what I had.
Yeah. So there's like a girl on TikTok who's found 34 siblings. I'm like, dude, can you imagine if that's
so? Wait,
thing?
so what's the plan? Are you guys like meeting up, or
Sarah and myself are so down to meet. Like,
in when?
I don't know. You haven't
no.
She like works, you know.
You do too.
I mean, my lifestyle's a little different. You know.
Yeah, it is different.
I'm not like punching a clock. Well, I might punch clocks, but not to, like, clock in, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, that's going to be really cool.
You're going to see it here first.
You heard it here first. You see it here first.
You might,
I want to do some content with it for sure.
It might be tricky, because what if they don't want to be on the podcast?
That's very true. It's possible.
We could just blur them out.
It's like cops. This is my brother so-and-so, and his face is just blurred. No, I can imagine they would want to be on. Dude, podcasts are cool.
Yeah.
I mean, we're keeping anonymity for right now, so.
Right, exactly.
No one's affected, but it's all very.
But we told you guys how we had like that little story saved. We had a couple of interviews lined up, so that's why we couldn't like bring this episode out yet. But
yeah, and we noticed it had been a while since we just. It sounds like the wrath of Satan is about to come through the kitchen. Yeah, it's been a few episodes since we just sat and talked, and last time we were just like flowing perfectly with it. I was like, this is super cool. I do like when we sit down from time to time and it's just us and just talking and shooting the shit, because I feel like it's very authentic to us, because not that we can't be ourselves in front of others, but that's something I'm still learning, conducting interviews whilst being myself 110%.
Yeah.
There's like an expectation, you know, as the
Mm-hmm.
interviewer.
Exactly. But
level of professionalism.
One thing that people do say a lot is that it does feel like after the interview is done, everyone's like, oh, this was so nice. It was like
fun. Everyone says it was so fun.
This is so fun.
They're like, this is way more relaxed than we thought.
Yeah, like they're like, oh, this felt like we're just hanging out with just with microphones on.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we are trying to do.
Hang out with microphones, share it with you guys. We're doing clips too. We've been shooting those out to Twitter, Facebook, IGTV, Instagram.
We're gonna start getting serious with LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Right?
You're doing LinkedIn.
LinkedIn and TikTok.
LinkedIn and TikTok?
Because I'm so humble. 4
fucking times a day? Shout out Gary V.
Humble, and I'm putting all my eggs in the text basket.
Putting all my eggs in the fucking text basket.
By show of hands, how many people have heard me talk about TikTok and LinkedIn?
And don't fucking bullshit me. Come on, stand the fuck up.
And then how many of you are actually doing it?
Fucking none of you, because you're fucking piece of shit. I want to punch you in your jaw.
He doesn't say like you're a piece of shit. No.
He absolutely has said you're a fucking piece of shit.
Really?
I don't know.
I don't think I've ever heard him say anything like that.
I
feel like he's so encouraging.
I've heard him say that he wants to punch
comes from
someone.
a place of
Love?
love and care.
I'm not saying it's not about love, but if he says you're a piece of shit, he might be like, dude, wake the fuck up. I have heard him say he's gonna punch people in the fucking mouth. Like,
I'm gonna punch you in the fucking mouth.
I'll punch you in the fucking mouth. Because if I was your age and I had fucking TikTok, I would be fucking Jesus by now. Fuck. That's a great parody, by the way. The one.
Yeah, what's his name?
It's the same one who did Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf of Wall Street, but for dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really, really good. They are super talented. Dude, I would love to have them on. They're fantastic.
If you're watching this,
shout out.
We'd love to have you on.
We'll slide in your DMs.
Yeah.
I'm going to North Carolina, folks, for a couple days.
Oh, yeah. When do you come back?
Monday.
What time?
I don't know.
So probably like night.
We got to work out Monday night.
What do I have Monday?
Here's what I want to say. While he's checking his calendar, I want to say...
my phone's over there.
That's not a phone. That's a
camera,
that's a DSLR, dude.
That's a Mark 360.
Mark 80. D.
Canon Mark
Zuckerberg. If you like what we're doing, by the way, we would love for you to support us. If you go to anchor.fm/ is it The Underthought? Oh gosh. Anchor.fm/ The Underthought. And please go ahead and, support us if you like what we're doing. With a monthly contribution, we would greatly appreciate it. It helps us keep the production quality up. As you can tell, if you went back to episode 1 and come to episode 59 where we're at now, it's a lot better. The sound is better, the video better.
Let me ask you this.
Let me answer you this.
What would you do with those contributions? What's like the first thing that we would do?
Folks, we would buy a lighting kit. That's just the bottom line.
How much are lighting kits?
Dollars. It depends on what kind you want to get. You can get a lighting kit from $80 to $200. It just depends. But we would love to have that completely contributed by listeners. If you give a monthly contribution, Anchor FM.
Because I feel like if the listeners know what we're going to be doing with that money, with those contributions, I feel like it's like, okay, well, that's even more doable. Or if they want to donate what it is that we need.
Oh, we should just make a wish list. That'd be cool.
The Amazon wish list.
Our Christmas list. Ho, ho, ho. Which one of you is going to be our Santa Claus?
You know what's kind of sad?
What?
That my Amazon Prime is coming to an end this December.
Are you not going to renew it?
Well, no, the student price one.
Why?
Because I graduated.
How do they know?
Through your school email.
You don't have a school. Sydney still has a school email.
Yeah, but I think it's like they have a way of knowing. Otherwise, everyone could just be a student.
I think
forever.
you can.
How about you give the opportunity to those who are actually in school? The opportunity.
Yeah, because now you're a real ethical guy. Yeah.
I am.
Now you are. Now that we're on air.
That I'm on air.
He's a great guy. He's got a conscience of a saint.
Yeah.
Let me just put it that way, folks.
But, hey, guys.
Follow us on all socials.
It was a pleasure seeing you guys again.
Mm-hmm.
I missed you. Just kidding. No, but I'm serious.
I missed them.
This was fun. Yeah, we haven't been this close to our audience in a while.
Yeah,
or not in a while. I don't know. I missed this.
Just
from
3
Monday.
days a week for the last 5 months. Not that often now. But it's good. We're on our way to episode 100.
Yeah.
We're getting there.
This is going to be episode 59. We're almost there.
Yep.
We're like 6/4 of the way there, or
60%. 6/4. What the
Six-
fuck are you talking about? Yeah, we're 150% of the way there. We're on episode 150.
No, we're 6/10.
Yeah, 60%.
60%.
Or
Or
3/5.
3/5.
Or 12/24. Just kidding. 12
20s.
12/20th.
Yeah.
God. All right. Well, this has been The Underthought. Thanks for listening.